Hey everybody, this is Christy with the AK Gardener, and today I'm going to take you on a trip of what I've been doing recently. So what does that entail? Well, I'm in my garage. And why is that? If you can't hear it, it's because the wind outside is going nuts. We are going through a weather change from cold into hopefully very warm. We're expected to have 40-degree weather, which means that I'll finally be able to build my greenhouse. And that is the most exciting thing that I've heard yet this season. But first, before anything else, I need to get all my other projects done in this garage before I can even think of starting to build my greenhouse. And what does that mean? Well, it means that I need to deconstruct some windows. So, hi little girl. So this is the window that I have left. And this is what we're gonna be turning it into. See all those window panes over there? I originally had 4 windows that looked like this. And I got them from a friend, again from the same engineer, the same man who had all of the seed trays that I got them from, which I spoke about in my tomato video. These windows came from his property, and I got these for $50 plus the U-Haul fee for $19. So these ran me approximately $70 to $80 altogether. And then I also have the lumber, which is going to be for my greenhouse, and I got all of this for $60. So that was a really awesome thing too. No, I got them for $50. I got them for $50, which was just insane. I was very fortunate to have a friend who was able to give me this. Again, you can find friends or other people who may have wood for sale for cheaper. So again, something that I really want to tell everybody is go and look around your local Craigslist or secondhand apps online or even newspapers that might be able to give you, a leg up on some discounted wood so you can save more money in the future. All right, let's get started on this. Holy smokes. So I'm gonna say this in advance, you're not gonna be able to see my face the entire time, mainly because I want to actually show you what I'm doing. I'm probably not going to be saying a lot, and if I do, I'll come to the camera and tell you guys what's going on. Or I'll just be saying it in the video and you're going to have to deal with, seeing a headless Christy. Alright, let's get this started. So first I'm going to clean up my area a little bit. I did leave it a little kerfuffled, and there is wood with nails and stuff, and I do have a dog with me, so I want to make sure that she's not getting in danger, and I also want to make sure that even though I have boots on, I don't want anything to, give me, I don't want to get sticked with anything. So, prepare an area. Step 1, clean up your crap. All right, all cleaned up. Now, let's get the window. All right, so this is the window that I got, and as you can see, it's actually pretty tall. About as tall as me. So I'm 5'5½". Now, to tell you the truth, the honest truth, the reason why I didn't start this out with all 4 windows is because this was such a huge chore to tackle the first time that I got frustrated and I got very emotional, and by the end of this entire ordeal, I literally chucked all of these scraps away because I had destroyed almost the entire window afterwards, and I wanted to use the outline portion for garden beds. I wanted to be able to reuse this after I take the windows out. So after having a good talk with my husband and him telling me, hey, settle down, go ahead and take a break and redo this, I went back to the drawing board. I was able to think clearly and break down this window a lot better and salvage enough of the window to make a garden box. I found a way to do it where I'm able to keep one side, or as a good garden box, that even though necessarily I can't have both of them, I've decided to at least save one of them and still get both the window panes. Ready to watch me tackle this? So first you're gonna see me unlock the window. And as you can see that it's not moving. The reason for this is because it's one of the, this isn't like an old-fashioned window where you can just push it and prop it up. It actually has a little turn spindle on here, which will rotate out the window mechanically. And the thing is, I didn't have trouble like I did right now, the first time around. So I also learned through this that I would need a pair of pliers to crimp this window open with a little mechanical lever, because it didn't have a lever when I brought these home. It doesn't have a little handle to open up the window. It just has the little knob nubbin on there. But thankfully with this one, I actually have a little bit of the hardware left on it. Ugh. As you can see, this is what I'm going to be working with, and then this is the knob that I'm going to be pulling on in order to get that thing open. And again, even though I've tried pulling on it, it's not going to let me open it, so pliers it is. Alright, perfect. So now that I have this open enough, I will be able to unscrew the screws on either side of these windows. I'll go ahead and show you. So those 3 screws are what hold the window on the pane for this window. Wish me luck, please. And there we go. One side already taken out. Come on, get out to the house. Come on. All right. Now that we have the first window taken out, we're gonna go for the second side. This is the side that gave me trouble. And the reason for that is because of the 2 sets of screws on either side of the long part of this window. Because these windows are so old, whenever I tried to put a screwdriver, whether it be manual or the DeWalt electric screwdriver, I wasn't able to get them out because they would either strip or they would break, and unfortunately I don't have enough carpentry experience to take these out any other way except for hacking the wood out and then manually taking the screw out. Especially because these are 4-inch long nails. Especially because these are 3-inch nails. Or especially because these are 3-inch screws and I wasn't willing to take the time to do it. So I made the decision that I was only gonna have half of this panel. The nice thing about this is, that I found out, is for the most part, this window cuts in half. So these are two different sections of window. The only thing is that there is this long strip at the very end which connects the two windows together. And that is the only thing that makes me struggle with this window. Other than that, I'm actually just gonna take this entire frame out with the attached wood on it that the screws are in. So, for this one, instead of a screwdriver, I'm actually gonna be taking a crowbar, pretty tiny one. If you'd like, you can interchange it with a hammer. And I'm just gonna use this end to start prying up the wood on the top here, and then we're just gonna slowly take it out of the frame. So, that's gonna be fun. You don't see these dangerous practices. All right, so first, I'm gonna be tapping the back part of this to bring up this side, and we're just gonna take all this wood up. Now we're going to take it and flip it over so I can take off the other side, and then we're going to have our garden box. Or here's this long piece that I was talking about. We're going to take that off before we flip it over and then do the same thing to the bottom. All right, really quickly before I keep going and tap these little nodules in. So I didn't know this about windows, but when you're joining two windows together, like this window and then the other window that I just demolished, and then you have that wooden piece going through like I just took care of, there are these little wriggly metal bits, which I don't know the name of, but they were connecting the long strip to the two pieces of wood that were that made up the individual windows. And these little metal wiggly bits made it a lot harder for me to get that one large strip out, but I just wanted to show you guys this because I've never seen this joinery before, but it's pretty cool. So that little piece of metal right there is what had the long strip hooked up right there, and it went halfway through on one side and then halfway through this beam that connected the long strip to both windows. All right, let's keep going. All right, guys, and now I have a garden box. All right, guys, let me show you what the finished product is. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. This went a lot smoother than the first, time that I did this compared to now. And if you liked what you saw, go ahead and hit the like button, maybe even subscribe, see what may happen next. This is just the beginning, guys. This is just one garden bed, and I have 4 others. I'm also going to be starting my greenhouse next week, so if you want to come along for the ride, come and see how I make my greenhouse by myself. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is the AK Gardener. Bye, guys.